Welcome. My name is Charlene and I'm a registered yoga teacher. This practice is part of my Bloomosity Yoga Chakra series, where each class gently supports balance in a different energy center of the body. This is offered as a mindful invitation, not a requirement. Move slowly, modify as needed using blocks, bolsters, straps, or blankets. Honor your body's wisdom. If you have any health concerns, please consult a medical professional before practicing. And let's begin in easy pose. Legs crossed, spine long, softening the gaze on an unmoving object in front of you or closing the eyes. Letting the sit bones feel supported, allowing the spine to rise naturally, relaxing the jaw, softening the tongue, and releasing tension around the eyes. Breathing in and out through the nose. The third eye chakra, Ajna, is associated with insight, intuition, and perception. Its color is indigo. Its element is light. Its quality is awareness without urgency. And now silently affirm, I trust my inner guidance. And we're going to transition into a seated drishti practice. So sitting upright and choosing a single point at eye level and soften your gaze, eyes open, without staring. So the focus is slightly blurry. Inhale steady, exhale steady. As you inhale, the crown lifts, the ribs widen, smooth out the brow and relax the face. Imagine indigo light glowing gently between the brows. Inhale steady, exhale steady. And sitting tall, extend your right arm forward at shoulder height and let your gaze follow your thumb as you slowly move the arm across the body. Keep the head mostly still, and you're inhaling as the arm moves to the right, exhaling as it moves to the left. Move slowly, repeating this, inhaling and exhaling. And let's lower the right arm, switching arms. So extending the left arm forward at shoulder height and letting the gaze follow the thumb. Inhale as the left arm moves to the left. Exhale as it moves to the right. Coordination sharpens perception. And affirming, I am present and aware. And bringing the arms down and pausing. Notice any internal changes. And we're going to come into a seated forward tilt, a subtle activation. So sitting tall, inhale, lengthen spine, exhale, hinge slightly forward from the hips, keeping the spine long, pausing here. The crown is reaching forward, the neck is long, shoulders relaxed, breath steady. And then let's return upright. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Steady breath. So we're shifting perspective without collapsing. And return upright. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, hinging, keeping the spine long and pausing. Crown of the head reaching forward, long neck, shoulders relaxed. And then coming back up to a seated position. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Keeping the spine long. Imagine indigo light glowing gently between the brows. And let's just return to a seated position. So we're going to transition into tabletop, coming on to the hands and knees. So shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees, knees hip width distance apart. And we're going to come into dolphin pose. So bringing the forearms down to the mat, elbows shoulder width distance apart, elbows parallel with one another. And we're lifting the hips slightly, allowing the knees to stay bent if you wish. Head is relaxed between the upper arms. So gazing softly toward the floor. Do not collapse into the neck. Keep the neck relaxed, the shoulders stable, pressing into the forearms evenly, gently engaging the belly. Breathing in and out through the nose. And let's lower with control to rest in child's pose briefly. Toes together, knees wide or knees together. Hips are shifting back on the heels. Just rest the forehead on a mat or block. Throughout this practice or any yoga practice, listen to your body and adjust as needed using props like a mat, a block, or perhaps a belt. The back of the neck is long, shoulders soften, belly relaxes. Breathe into back ribs. As perspective shifts, allow integration. And let's come back up into tabletop. And we'll transition once more into dolphin pose. So elbows shoulder width distance apart, pressing into forearms evenly. Hips are lifted slightly. The knees may stay bent. Head relaxed, neck relaxed. Gently engage the belly. Breathe in and out of the nose. Breath is steady. When perspective changes, awareness expands. And silently affirm, I remain steady within uncertainty. And we're going to lower with control, coming into child's pose once more, shifting the hips back towards the heels, resting the forehead on a mat or block, arms long beside the body or in front, breathing into the back ribs and affirming, I absorb insight calmly. And let's transition into tabletop once more. And bring the right foot in between the hands, followed by the left foot. We're going to roll up slowly into standing. So the crown rises slowly, the eyes stay soft, the breath steady. And we'll transition into a low lunge here from Tadasana. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge through the hips, coming into a fold. Inhale, look up, spine long, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right leg back, coming onto the right knee. Bringing the hands on the front thigh if that feels okay. And we're inhaling, lengthening the spine upright. Exhaling, lightly engaging the lower belly. Option here is to transition into prayer twist. So bringing the hands into prayer, into heart center. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, rotate towards the front knee. And if it feels okay, hooking the elbow outside the thigh gently. So we're twisting from the ribs, not the shoulder. Pelvis stable, back knee grounded, spine is long, chin level. Gaze is soft. Perspective shifts when the spine rotates. And clarity arises from grounded reflection. And let's come out of the twist, bringing hands into heart center, facing the front of the mat, and then bringing the hands down to the mat. We're going to curl the right toes under, step up to the front of the mat, keeping a bend in the knees, and slowly, gradually standing back up to Tadasana. Resetting here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold through the knees, hinging at hips, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the mat. Stepping back now with the left foot coming onto the left knee. And when it feels okay, bringing the hands on the front thigh. Inhale, lengthen spine upright. Exhale, lightly engage the lower belly. And affirming, I see clearly from different angles. And we're going to transition into prayer twist. Again, if this feels comfortable, bringing hands to heart center into prayer. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, rotate toward the front knee and hook the opposite elbow outside the thigh, twisting from the ribs, not the shoulders. Pelvis stable, back knee grounded, spine long. The gaze is soft. Perspective shifts when the spine rotates. And bringing hands back to face the front of the mat, lowering the hands down outside each foot, curling the left toes under, stepping up to the front of the mat, bending through the knees, and then rolling the spine up one vertebrae at a time, coming to stand. And we're going to transition into a balance pose, a knee lift to extension. So standing tall in Tadasana and grounding through the left foot, spreading the toes, lift the right knee slowly to hip height or lower, hands on hips or heart center. Gaze is soft and steady. Pelvis is neutral, spine long, shoulders relaxed, keeping the standing knees soft. And if it feels okay, slowly extending the lifting leg forward only as far as the spine stays tall, and flex the toes gently. If you wish, you can extend the arms wide open for a counterbalance. Lift through the crown and avoid leaning back, engaging the lower belly, jaws relaxed. And let's pause here in Tadasana before we switch to the other side. So clarity comes from steady attention. Inner balance does not depend on outer height. So now grounding through the right foot, spreading the toes, keeping the right knee soft, and lifting the left knee slowly to hip height or lower, hands at heart center or prayer. And if it feels okay, slowly extending that lifted leg forward. Flexing the toes gently, spine stays long, and gently lowering the extended leg all the way down to the mat, or keeping it hovering 2 to 3 inches above the floor. And from Tadasana, we'll make our way down to the mat. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge through the hips, fold forward into forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Look up, spine long, then exhale, coming into Dandasana. So sitting with the legs extended in front of you. If the hamstrings pull the pelvis back, you might want to sit on a folded blanket or block or bolster. Keep the knees bent as much as you wish and place the hands beside the hips. Spine is tall. So let's establish stillness. So we'll inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, draw the lower belly inward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the lower belly inward. Staying here, establishing stillness. Thighs are gently active, toes relaxed or slightly flexed. Kneecaps are facing the ceiling. Spine upright, shoulders soft. Chin level, eyes steady. And then we're going to inhale, slowly lift both arms forward to shoulder height and hold. Breathing in and out of the nose, we're going to gaze at the fingertips. And on an exhale, lower the arms slowly. Again, inhale, lift both arms forward to shoulder height. Hold and gaze at the fingertips. Exhale, lower the arms slowly. Again, inhale, slowly lift both arms. Hold. Exhale, lower arms slowly. Keep the movement deliberate. Inhale, lift. Hold and exhale, lowering the arms slowly. Holding here in Dandasana. We're going to come into a micro hover So pressing the hands into the floor beside the hips, engage the belly gently and lift the hips half an inch off the floor, just enough to feel activation, and then lower slowly, no strain. Stillness reveals subtle shifts, and awareness sharpens when movement is slow and deliberate. So again, pressing hands into the floor, engaging the belly, lifting the hips, and then lowering slowly. I remain steady and observant. And let's try that one more time. So pressing hands into floor, engaging belly, lifting hips, holding it here, and then lowering slowly. In Dandasana, the crown lifts upward. We're going to transition into legs up the wall pose. So if you're near a wall, that's great. We can do that against the wall, having legs elevated against the wall. Or if you have a belt or a towel, you can place the soles of the feet into the towel and then extending the legs. Keeping the jaw soft, tongue relaxed, brow smooth, eyes closed. I allow insight to emerge. We're going to transition into Savasana. So coming onto your back, on the mat, lying comfortably, each foot toward a corner of the mat. Arms extend long beside the body with palms facing upward. And bringing awareness to the space between brows. Imagine indigo light glowing softly. Not bright, steady. Keep your breath natural. And imagine that indigo light glowing softly. And here, I'd invite you into this brief meditation. So asking yourself internally, what is important for me to see clearly? You don't need to search for an answer. Just simply observe whatever comes up. What is important for me to see clearly? And silently repeat, I trust my perception. Insight unfolds naturally. I release confusion. And let's rest in quiet awareness, allowing thoughts to pass without engagement. And let's begin bringing awareness into the body by wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, taking a deep breath and stretching the body wide and long. Keeping eyes closed and rolling on to one side into fetal position, cradling the head with your arm. Resting here for a few moments. And with eyes closed, returning yourself into easy pose or a comfortable seated position. And with hands in prayer, lightly bring them up in between the brows. I trust my inner vision. And perhaps sealing your practice with a bow of the head. And thank you for joining me here today. I wish you well, and until next time, namaste.